Alright guys, so fish have ick, unfortunately. So I don't know if you can see, I'll try to zoom it up right here. But on this one right here, oh man, god damn it. So on that one right there that I was trying to show, she hardly ever stays still like that on the tank, so I was trying to show the salt glands, basically is what some people call them. But the fish basically got ick because they got moved into this tank, and it's a lot warmer than their last one. I acclimated them, yes, but they still ended up getting ick, probably from the stress just of being in a bigger tank with more bubbles and more oxygen, obviously more water. And they're eating a lot more now too, and I think it's probably just because of the 78-degree water. But today we're going to medicate them, and I'm kind of just explaining why and how you can get rid of ick if it happens to any of your fish. It's a common disease, so it's nothing that's really bad. It can be anything from just dramatic water level change or anything in your aquarium change. It could be too high of an air level or anything. Sorry about that, I had to close the door. My girlfriend's getting ready for work. So yeah, today we're going to just medicate them. With this ick guard, wherever the heck I put it, right here. Ick guard. I've used this before and it works, but this is kind of what I was talking about, so hold on, sorry. Yeah, there you go. So it's kind of like little white spots, you see that? There's all that if you guys want to read it. But yeah, it's super common disease, so it's nothing bad. Just give me 1 second, and then I'm gonna take these mothballs out because I don't want them to get freaking dyed blue. It's funny, one of my old tubes, this tube actually got dyed blue a while ago, and it actually just regained its color back just recently. But yeah, so I'm hoping that it's not gonna dye too much of this aquarium stuff. I'm thinking it might dye these blue, and it might dye that blue, and possibly that. It's just the freaking really bright colors that it just dyes blue, and it's really, really crappy. But I don't want to take out all of my aquarium stuff just to try to get rid of this ick. But it hasn't gone away on its own, so I'm gonna have to medicate it, which is honestly the last resort. Most cases of ick can go away on their own, but if worse comes to worse, medicate them. So I'm gonna take these mothballs out real quick, and then we'll get going. And we're back. Alrighty, so we got those two mothballs out just to make sure that they don't get dyed blue. And here's the the discs, I guess you could call them, that we're gonna use. So each one of these discs is for 10 gallons. So if you have a 10-gallon tank, obviously use one. But I have a 29-gallon tank, so I'm gonna do 2.5 just to be safe, because I don't want to do too much over, too much less. So I'm just gonna do just enough. And then I'm running out of time, so we're just gonna plop these in, honestly. And then yeah, so they're pretty cool. They dissolve blue. Kind of tossed that one back there in a weird spot, but you guys get the idea. We'll wait, check it out, see how blue it gets for a sec, and then I'll show you guys before we get out of here. Alright guys, super fast outro. This is how blue it ended up getting, and we'll